Right, hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I hope you enjoyed that spaghetti because it was really fantastic. We thoroughly enjoyed it. Now, as I said to you last week, we're going to make some canapes, and they're so cheap to make. But the whole point about these canapes is that you can put really anything on these, on the toast that I've made. The whole purpose of the canapes is the decoration. I mean, I've been to various functions and they've had trays of sandwiches, no decoration, and sausages with cocktail sticks in on a plate, and sausage rolls cut up and just left there. And then on top of that, you get a bowl of cold chips. What's going on? I mean, is that a buffet? To me, it's not a buffet at all. I just don't know where they get all that from. The cheapest form of food, cold chips. I ever served cold chips. Anyway, what I've got here, okay, it may seem an awful lot here, but it's not. I've got free-from, dairy-free, vegan style cheddar with caramelized onion. You can get that in Sainsbury's.
Turn it towards the camera.
Yep,
that's fine.
You can get that in Sainsbury's. It's very nice. Tesco's did have something similar, but they seem to have stopped selling it for some reason.
Okay.
I asked them why, and they said, well, it wasn't viable. And I said, well, the lifespan on the cheese is a year. Can you believe that? Because it's not dairy, this cheese was going to expire in a year's time. And I said, well, you know, what's the problem? Anyway, that's the other cheese I'm going to use, which is a Greek style cheese, which is very nice. And I'm going to put that on the canopy.
So it's the same make, but it's Greek style.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Now, what I've done with this caramelized onion cheese is I grated it here, and I put a little bit of Vitalite, which we use instead of butter. You can't tell the difference, basically. Vitalite here, it's about £1, £1.10 for one of those. Dairy free, as you can see, and that is what we use there. I mean, you can put anything on canapes that you feel as though you'd like to eat. I mean, I've got some original hot dogs, which are vegan. They're vegan hot dogs, and you can get them anywhere. But they're various different makes, and I got them chopped up here. To put onto my canapes. Okay, I fried those rather than boil them. And also, I'll just get rid of this packet here, put that in there. Also, I have a burger here, which is a spicy burger. I'll show you the packet. Just get out of the fridge because it's done. This is burgers that are for vegans. But this is a spicy one. It's more of a sort of a black peppery Kremlin type burger. It's very sort of it breaks up a lot, but it is very nice. But I've used it particularly so I can mash it up in this cup here. They're very small burgers, but they're nice and tasty. Okay, so that's what we've got there. Now, I prefer to use toast. Now what I do, I butter the toast on one side, season it lightly, put it under the grill. Now when you do toast, you mustn't do toast in the toaster really, well particularly with butter, that's for sure, but generally toast should be cooked under the grill because it dries out properly. If you cook toast in a toaster, it doesn't dry out properly. It gets soggy and it doesn't bring out the moisture enough. So I grilled that. So I put seasoning, a little bit of Vitalite, which is that there, which I showed you before, on the top, just a little season under the grill, and I hadn't done the other side, just one side. I mean, you can cut that up and put it into your children's lunchbox. It's very nice. It's healthy. It's very nice. But so what we're going to do, I mean, I bought, obviously we use these, we've got some stuffed green olives, we've got some gherkins here, we've got some black olives, sweet pepper here. We've got some peppers, red peppers here. We've got some mustard, and we've got some black olives. Now these are only for decoration, okay? These will last for ages and ages, so you know, an initial payment for that, put them in the fridge, they'll last for months. Okay, so what we're going to do now, first of all, is to start making the canapes. Now, this is the tray I'm going to put it on. I'm going to put 16 canapes on this, and it's the decoration that is the secret of making everything look wonderful. Okay, so I'm going to put that over there for a moment. In the meantime, I'm going to put some of this cheese on some toast, and then I'm going to grill that. So I just put a little bit of Vitalite and mix that in there like that. There we go. And we're just going to give it a little bit of texture there, so that it melts lovely around the toast. Okay, and then I would have done this beforehand, but I thought I'd show you what I'm doing first. So there we go, it's a nice sort of paste now. And incidentally, before you start anything, you've got to wash your hands. I've seen so many people come in to work and get straight onto the food without washing your hands. You must wash your hands. You do not dry your hands with a tea towel. That's for dishes and other things. A towel you've got to use to wash your hands with. Tea towels are used for drying dishes or whatever. So, anyway, what we're going to do now is put this cheese on this toast. Okay. Get that cheese, spread it out nice. This is the only part that I'm going to cook here. The rest is already done. So I'm just going to put that a couple of corners, got a few big pieces here, anything left over here, put on, there we go. I'm going to just put that under the grill for a moment. Now, I've already seasoned the toast, so there's no need to season anything else, because this is the secret about tasting food. It's like cooking vegetables. Never ever put salt water in your vegetables when you're boiling them. You'll ruin the taste. You cook your vegetables and then you drain them, use the juice for your gravy and so forth, but then you add your particular seasoning after. A little bit of butter, Vitalite, salt and pepper, a tad of sugar. If you put salt on anything, just a sprinkle of sugar, brings out the flavour, and then you mix it all up, just shake it up, and it's all mixed lovely. And then when you taste the veg, you taste the flavouring of the salt and pepper and so forth, and then you taste the veg afterwards. So you get two types of tastes. Now if you put the salt in the water first, you're going to lose the flavour of the veg. Okay? So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to put this on a tray. Here we go. I'm just going to grill this one here. In the meantime, I'm going to
over here?
No, just leave that by there. Let's just get rid of this for a moment.
So that's in the grill.
That's on the grill. Okay, that's fine. So what we're going to do now is now get back to making something else. Now, I've got this spicy burger. I put a tad of tomato ketchup in it, just to sort of give it a little bit of a different taste. And you can literally make anything with these canapes. So I just put a little bit of tomato ketchup in there, just to give it a little bit of stiffness here, because it's a spicy burger, and it was quite flaky when I had it. And of course the tomato would be lovely tomato ketchup in there. So what I'm going to do now is to put that on there like that. It's quite simple. Put that on there like that. Flatten it down. Now, as I say, you can use anything at all. Just flatten that down. It may look may look a bit strange at the moment, but believe me, when I finish this, it'll look absolutely wonderful. Okay, so that's that. Put that out of the way there. So let's just flatten that down like that. Okay, so that's one we've made there. Let me go and check my toast. My toast is ready. That was a quick one. So here we have the cheese on toast. Okay, so that goes on there. Now I'm only making one platter of canapes so that you can just see roughly how I decorate them. Basically, that's it. So now, so we've got those two. Now, what I've got here is we've got, did I have the packet? No, the packet is in here. Or did I throw the packet away? Yeah, I did. You can get some hot dogs which are vegetarian. So the hot dogs go on here, which I've already cut in strips like that. Strips like that. Okay. All the way along like that. So I might as well use the end of that one there. So that is another one. Okay. Now the other one I'm going to use, only 4 pieces of toast, but it's going to give you 18 canapes. Okay, so here we've got the sort of this Greek style cheese. Let me go and slice that up. Take that out of there now. There we go. Now let's take a slice right down the middle. Right. Okay, it's quite flaky, but don't worry about that. Now, as you know, I've already seasoned the bread. Now, so there's no need to season anything else. Okay. Right. First time I've actually used this cheese. Saw it in Sainsbury's and thought that would be quite nice, but I thought it was a little more damper than this, but it doesn't make any, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter by the time I finish with this. Now, okay, just have a glass of water a moment. Now, here's a glass of water, okay? Now, just a quick one. When you actually go to the pub and have a beer, always have your own tankard, because how many times does a barmaid come along and plonk the beer down like that on the table? Or she's got her fingers around like that, and then you come along and you put your lips to all that, all those germs that she's been handling with other people that perhaps haven't washed their hands when they go into the bathroom. They've been handling coins, notes, in the till, all the rest of it, and you get your hangover from the fingerprints, not necessarily the beer that you're drinking. You get the hangover from the fingerprints. You can check this out online.
From the germs.
You get more hangovers from just fingerprints than you do with actually drinking the drink itself, purely because the way it's served. So there's always should be served down there with a hand, never on the top. And the same applies to a wine glass and any other drink. I don't know why they got rid of the glass tankards, frankly. I thought they were perfect. You could just have a handle, nobody touched the rim at all. But that's just a quick one. Okay, so what I need now are 4 canapes from each piece of toast. Now, as I say, you can put anything on the toast. Doesn't matter what it is, you can put anything on it. And this exercise is purely for how to present your particular food. Okay, right. So I'm just going to cut the ends off this, so to make it sort of a little bit square on.
It's not dark all the way through, it's just dark on the edges, isn't it?
Only on the edges, yeah. So what I'm going to do, I think I need a bigger plate actually, because I get a plate from in here. You put these on, just get rid of that, get rid of that. Okay. So now, how to get your particular portions out? The first thing is you've got to cut it right down the middle. So that's dead in half. Then you've got to cut a middle again. So that's equal sizes completely. So let's just put these on here for the moment. Okay. Now what we'll do, we just have to get rid of the waste of this now. What am I going to do with these? Get a bowl for the waste. Let's toast a moment. Okay, so here we have this spicy burger. Well, I put a little bit of tomato ketchup in it, but you can put anything you want on this. Now, you can use crackers if you want. Crackers can get a bit soggy. This toast should be quite firm. Now, again, you've got to get your portions right, so we're going right down the middle, and I'm going down the middle again in a half, and the other half we're going down the middle. So now we've got 8 canapes, but we haven't decorated them yet. This is the secret of it all. Okay, so let's just put those together like that. Now we've got our hot dogs. So we're just going to trim these hot dogs a little bit here. There we go. Now, if you use hot dogs, they can be a bit tricky because obviously they're a bit loose on there, but they'll stay on there once we glaze them. Okay, so again we go in half. Half again, half again, and half again. So that looks simple enough, doesn't it? Okay, that's simple enough. Now don't worry about these falling off or anything like that, because they won't, because we'll be glazing these and they'll look absolutely delicious. So as I say, this is just a guideline for what, this is all I'm going to do. But when I put them on the canopy, it's completely different. Completely different. So we've got 4 different types. Okay, so sorry, I've got this one here, the cheese, the Greek style cheese. So I'll just wipe my particular knife over here on the sink. There we go, and we're going to just trim the edges off here. Okay, so again we go in half, half again, and half again. Right, now let's make a little bit of room here for these.
Do you want another plate or?
I think another plate will do, Adam, yeah. If you wouldn't mind, I can get one. So, we have another plate here, and we'll just put these on there like that. Right, now then, let's clear this away. There, out of the way. Right. Okay, now we've got to season everything now, so I'll get my cloth and just wipe that over. Right. Now, it depends really how you want to do this. I like colour. I think colour is really nice. So first of all, we're going to decorate these canapes. Now, I've got various things to use. First of all, I've got to, let's have a look, I think perhaps a bit of red pepper on this one here, which will look very nice. And I have, there we go, put that on there like that. So you don't need an awful lot. This is very cheap to make. A bit on there like that. Take that away there. And a bit on there like that. Now all it is patience. All you need is patience here. Now, okay, so we're going to leave that for a minute. We're going to go on to I think we'll do the cheese next. I think we'll put a gherkin on the cheese. So what we do with cocktail gherkins, we actually just spread, cut them very fine, and just spread them out like that, on there like that. Okay, that's one. Spread them out there like that. That's another one. Now you might think this is quite ordinary, but you wait till I finish decorating the whole thing. That's the secret. That's what makes it all different. Wait a minute. Bit right there, and we'll have one more for the other gherkin and get the right size. We'll use this one. Right, so we've got that. Okay, so now we can use some more of this red pepper on the sausages, like that. Right across there like that. Now you can use anything. I mean, really, you can use anything at all. Whatever your imagination is, you know, you can use it to make anything really, anything colourful. Right, okay, so we've got black olives. So what I might do, or it's pickle, what I might do is take a black olive here, and I might slice that and put a little bit there. In the middle, then a bit there on the side. Put that on the side. Put this on the right side, should be on the same side as well. This one there like that. Now, and that goes on there like that. So, okay, so that's that little bit. We've got some other olives here, which are stuffed olives. Supposed to be stuffed olives. We'll just cut some olives here. And you can put a piece of stuffed olive there. No, I don't think. We'll see, you've got to experiment. I think we'll leave those as they are like that. We'll put the stuffed olive on the cheese, like that. Like that. Like that. It's got the, I should have just moved this. I should be putting my fingers in there really. Even though I have washed my hands thoroughly. Okay, so we slice that like that. And we put that on there like that. Okay. So now then, decoration. What else are we going to do? What can we put on these here? I'd like to put something else on there instead of red, but I think what we might do is curl it around. We might have a, because this is just purely for the decoration. So I might just make a little loop here, like that. Okay, and a little loop here, a little twist. Like that. another one. That's a bit thick, just trim that down. Go around like that. Nothing wrong with that. It's a bit too thick, that piece there, we'll just cut that off. Like that. Okay, so now we can have, let's have a look, we can have a bit of black pepper, I think, sorry, a black olive, half a black olive on that piece there, like that piece there, like that. Piece like that, and that piece like that. Okay, so here we go. This is just you know, basic canapes. Anybody can do these, but it's the finishing touch that's the secret. Okay, so what we're going to do, I've got some ground arrowroot. Don't ever use gelatine. That's beef bone. Okay, that's no good for you. So what I've got here is some arrowroot, and I'm just going to slowly glaze everything over here so that it's lovely and shiny. Now, you can put a little bit of mustard on the toast. It's all about taste, basically. It's just a tad of mustard before you put the sausages on. I actually season the toast beforehand, so there we go. So that's that. So now what we're going to do now is just go over this here, like that. Nice finished glaze on these here, and they of course obviously stay shiny all the time. Now the reason why I use toast is because it's a nice shape. You can make any shape you want, you can cut it out and make any design you want as well. This is just a basic method I'm showing you at the moment, so you can make your own ideas and decorations, okay? But that's basically it in regard to that is concerned. I'll just finish off a little bit here, a little bit there, a little bit there, a little bit there, a little bit there. Okay, so there we've got these glazed. Now we have to put them on the canopy. Now this is the secret of the presentation. Right, we'll start off. You can get these anywhere really, they're not expensive. Now we're going to put that on there like that. Now we're going to take one of these and put it by there, and we're going to take one of these and we're going to put it by there. We're going to take one of these and we're going to put it by there and start the whole process again. One of those goes by there. Well, we haven't put the cheese on yet, so we've got to put the cheese on. So there we go. So we've got 4 canapes. Now we start again. So now we've got 16 canapes. Now what we're going to do now is take these away, put those over here out of the way. Now the decoration. Okay, so here we've got the 16 canapes. Now we're going to use lettuce in between the canapes. A little bit of lettuce in between the canapes. Thank you, Anne. These are so cheap to make. It's time. That's all it is. It's a little bit of time and effort. Sometimes you might push them out slightly. You have to push them back in. Make sure you get enough space for your lettuce and whatever else I'm going to put on here. Okay, so now tomatoes. Now, as you cut this way flat on the side for frying, the salads you cut down the stalk. Okay, down the stalk here for the salads. For frying, it's this way. So what we're going to do now is cut down here. Now we're going to slice the tomatoes like that. These are quite ripe tomatoes. It's best sometimes to get firmer ones. They'll be okay. Now what we do now is place a slice of tomato in there like that. In there like that. And like that. Now you can see the colour now is taking shape. Now what we do now, parsley. We put a little bit of parsley on the lettuce, on the tomato pulp. Now it's all about presentation. Everything's about presentation. If you want to make something look nice, it's got to be presented well. Otherwise it's no good. It's not appetizing enough. So that's that, okay? So I'm just going to put all that on there because I'll use that for something else later on. Now, what I'm going to do now, I'm going to get a blue cabbage, which I've got over here. Now I've got a blue cabbage. I should have had that prepared earlier on. But I'm going to take...
Sorry, I've never seen a blue cabbage. It's called a blue cabbage, is it?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm just going to take that piece and I'm going to just take out the wedge of that there. And I'm going to take the top layer skin off a little bit. There we go. Now I'm going to slice this up. Quite a hard cabbage. Now, as I say, this is just to give you an idea of what to do when you decorate things, because everything's about colour. Everything's about colour. You mix it all up like that. Mix it all up like that. Then you start placing it in the middle here. Just like this. Fill in all your gaps like that. And you can see now how it's taking shape now. The colour is so important. So important. Now, okay, now there's two things you can do with this. You can either put lemon with it to give it an extra boost. Sliced lemon down there, or you could put, I've got a pineapple. I've got a pineapple in here, which I've done. I'm just going to give this a rinse. So I have a pineapple here which I'm going to use, and I'm going to start this end right down the middle. Right. So you've got this bit here to use. Now, we can put it like that if you like.
Wow.
So, or you can, if that's too big, we can put it like that. And this little piece here that we've just taken off here, which makes a canopy. Now, this is basically what it looks like. So there are your canopies. Now that's how you should present canopies. Now, it's all about decoration. You can make the canopies out of anything. It's vegan. And the thing is that sandwiches are the same. You can decorate sandwiches to make them look absolutely wonderful. Sausage rolls, chipolatas, vegetarian chipolatas, you know, you can do anything at all. It's all about presentation. And where do you go to a buffet and see that? You don't. Because it costs pennies, absolute pennies. I mean, what did that cost really to make? Nothing, a couple of pounds, apart from the pineapple. Well, that was a pound, I just cut half of that, that's 50 pence. I think the whole thing's cost about £3, £3.50 in total. And that's 16 canopies, and then of course people will be having a lettuce and a tomato as well, and then of course you can have 2 of those or 3 of those or 4, and you can have different colours and different different types of canopies. So that's the canopy. So that's what I wanted to show you, how to do it so sort of quickly really, yes, that's good. Let me just tell you a story about when I went to the supermarket. I mean, Adam, my son, got me to be a vegan because we all started off as meat eaters and you know, the dairy, whatever. And he explained to me about, you know, what it was doing to animals and how animals were feeding us and all these other issues and so forth. So we became vegetarians. And so I had difficulty in sort of dealing with that, but I came around to thinking, okay, being a vegetarian. So I actually started that, and that was fine. And then Adam said we should be vegans, and I'm thinking, ooh, that's a bit of a challenge. I mean, so I'm thinking, well, yeah, for the animals and also for our health as well, because we don't have liver problems, kidney problems, we don't have diabetes, and the cows, you know, are not getting killed and raped and all the rest of it. It's a terrible thing to say, but this is what happens. And so we became vegans. Now, I actually spent 2.5 hours in the supermarket looking at everything that was on the shelves to see what I could eat. And 90% of everything in the supermarket is dairy. And, you know, they're cutting down the rainforests and things like that, purely for grazing, for cattle, because they're running out of land. And they're saying there's too many people in the world. There was a time when you could stand everybody on the Isle of Wight. If they stood up straight like that, everybody in the entire world could stand on it. Now we've obviously multiplied. You could probably take the Isle of Man as well now. But there's so much land for everybody to live on. If they change their diet, it's not we've got too many people, it's that we can't deal with the diet that everybody's on, dairy. And that's the reason why the rainforests are being cut down. It's not because they want to build on it or they want to make paper out of the trees. it's all for grazing. So I just thought I'd mention that because people just don't know what's going on here. So anyway, let's just change the subject, okay? Next week, I'm going to make traditional vegan fish and chips. Now you might think that's impossible. I actually realise now that there is nothing impossible that you can make. I can make anything. I can make anything at all.
Vegan fish and chips.
Vegan fish and chips I'm making next week, and you'll have difficulty in realising whether it's fish or not, and that's how good it is. So I'm making vegan fish and chips. Also, I'll be making Boursin cheese. I mean, how many people used to love Boursin cheese? And because they're vegans, they can't get it anymore. I can show you how to make all this stuff. Anything's impossible. Anything's possible. Anything. There's nothing that I can't make for vegan that you eat already. Well, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, and see you next week. Please subscribe to the channel. We need your support to spread the word to show how you can cook vegan food. Thank you very much. Bye.